Alright, FUT on defense.
Yeah, take your
Vitality
seats,
on
get
attack.
ready for this one. It's time for map 2 of this best of 5 grand final. It's FUT versus Vitality.
Here we go.
On the attack here, FUT on the defense now. Vitality, last time we saw them play this map, it was
Frenzy on defense. I like it.
Which was giving them such a huge advantage up against global esports.
Got a Clips channel? Yeah, the Clips channel will have way more next year as well. I'm going to put a little bit of focus on that. So nice wall over towards A, double blocks vision, that's meant to be arrows.
Yeah, but for Vitality now, they're going to take
yeah, once this wall goes up, you kind of create pressure over towards A, so that's why it's really strong. Unless you're in front of it, but you don't feel comfortable being in front of it, especially with most of these agents. So I like their setup. It's a great Omen flash, so kind of just over towards B, they pretty much had a nade flash, and they were ready for just the contact of either the trip or either the camp. So it's pretty nice. Forces them away.
Man, it was tested quite a bit on a sense. This would be the shot at recovery. Vitality, they want no part in it though.
Whose comms better? In theory, Vitality's comms better, I think. Actually, I'm not too sure. I think this is easier to play.
Oh yeah, I feel like Vitality are in big trouble moving into the safe side, but
I think I'm just a massive double controller believer. We'll see how much impact the KO makes.
There are a couple of players looking towards elbow. It's Mr. Fallen actually at a drop first. Kicks, very successful his shot. Yatuje isolated and so is Cracks. Vitality don't lose a player throughout that.
3 stack and they get none here.
Now CNED on at least a bit of a deeper angle than that may be anticipated, but even then, FUT, they're in a 2 versus 5. They need these frags to start coming in thick and fast.
Chat, what were the pistols in the fast map?
Oh yeah, you're expecting something brilliant from FUT to come out here, and CNED's already started that effort. Unfortunately for him, Ada Captain doesn't have the same luck.
2-0 to Vitality.
World, really.
Wow, 2-0 in this.
There are a lot of
2-0 was that close.
But whether he's able to do anything in this one, unlikely. Vitality, first blood score.
So they kind of stole the map there.
That is a dominant round, to say the least, of Avalos. They've shown us that they haven't slowed down, despite the fact that that first map was a little bit closer than they would have liked. Taking the pistol round, doing it with 4 players left alive. It's certainly going to maybe send some chills down the spines of our Turkish fans.
You can't fight heavy A main with FUT's comp.
Again, we're seeing a little bit of a switch in responsibilities.
You kind of can. You can just have a protocol where it'd be like recon goes into like one of these points or even here, and then if they ever gets hit, then you Omen flash and then you smoke. But you could never have anyone set up here. I mean, the Rays could set up here. Kind of, it's hard for them to play full A control anyway, just because of this wall. But they definitely can. Omen flash is the one. Wow, that was a nice dog stun.
This could be the start of a very gory round for FUT.
Looking simple, really, just overrunning with the Trailblazer.
No damage done other than armor rebuys.
Double blast back entry from runner, finding access to the back of the site. Crack alone, kicks down with him. I think it's a matter of finding damage here.
Yeah,
safe possibility,
it's not too bad. Well, this is probably an armor rebuy as well, so 3 armor rebuys, 1 gun. It ended up being okay, but still pretty good, like anti-eco.
2-0. I'm starting to link that for Vitality. Bearing in mind that Sunset has been almost a brainchild, hasn't it, over the course of the tournament. For FUT, it may be a matter of just making this map close, preserving a bit of confidence, making Vitality really work for it, and then look to Lotus our third, look to Haven, and look to Split. Split a map which every team in this tournament has been very comfortable floating for a third, but we've never seen it.
Okay, big buy round for FUT, obviously. Camera into the corner, so it's just kind of early info. This is interesting as well. On Vitality's attack, they do a cage here to block vision, and then to take B main, they just use a camera, which in theory should spot all of this. So I kind of like this this little default.
But Vitality seem to be the one seizing control of B main so
oh, they just straight up hit this. Wow, man. He should be getting that kill. At least the trade comes in.
Cracks is there right behind him, so he does quite literally have his back. But is that going to be enough? The entry hasn't quite succeeded. They need to take full site control.
What the hell are we doing?
The planter, if you will. So a 2v3, still without the realms of possibility for Vitality.
This is where things get a little bit worrying for Vitality, because FUT, they've just gone quiet. They want Vitality to try and take a fight with them, but they are
Never
not
seen anyone try and
obliged.
plant there.
Kicks has to go aggressive.
Oh, what is this round?
Work with a clean shot to bring it down to a 2v2.
Oh, I would have said they were back into the fight, but seen it.
Okay,
got a
big
nice little
1v2.
angle to keep it going for FUT. Save, that's the shot.
How's the camera?
Turkish player is out, and now as a captain, touching the spike, trying to see if Safe takes the bet, but touches it again. Safe, does he take the chance?
Wow, man, what a big 1v2. Forced them down on the bonus. They got no money. Dude, Safe's impact right now in these two maps has been pretty ridiculous.
That he's able to find that clutch, maintain the momentum for
He
Vitality.
wins them that other round
on can be completely mitigated.
and honestly, you would probably say that if they won double pistol on Ascent, then maybe they would lose over time as well. So kind of big hero on Ascent. And big hero here.
Complete and utter chaos.
I feel like Safe with that hand gesture was like, hey, it's that easy. I'm not sure it'll be that easy when FUT are able to get some rounds on the board, get that tempo flowing for them. But for now, at least, they've got themselves a nice little buffer.
So this was one of those maps where I was thinking, you see the early shock darts? I think there is a lot of early shock darts you can do a lot of damage.
Instantly,
yeah, nice trades. I mean, there's a good flash here to try and get a trade back as well, but
sheer quality of weapons just overwhelms them.
Yeah, I like the fact that FUT are taking these challenges. I don't like the fact that they take them one by one.
Yeah, it's conceptually it makes
I'm a
sense.
little bit worried because the money's about to be so much.
But as you mentioned, the 1 versus 1s to try and avoid the flashes just end up handing frags over to Vitality.
Yeah, and I think Vitality are prepared for that type of playstyle. Yes, I mean, against a not as well-rehearsed team, could have worked out, but Vitality well aware of what to expect.
Wait, the dog didn't check here?
Yadajay hiding within his own private pit. Oh, wow.
I mean, he did good to get one, and that is honestly a little bit of damage that needed to happen. Okay, another big buy round. I don't think FUT will call a timeout or anything like that, but this is an important one for them.
Something needs to change conceptually and very soon. Bear in mind that they've been very reactive as to the first point of contact from Vitality, and they've just been rotating to take.
Is there any CS pros I'd like to see really commit to Valo? I would be interested to see Simple if he's full committed, like straight up. Other than that, it's relatively late for a lot of people. It will probably be a disappointment.
But that won't be for long, because almost everything's going to be coming online over the next 30-40 seconds. This actually is going to be a lot more aggressive.
Moment Flash was incredible here. No one swings off it though. And Safe has... How is he getting this kill over towards here though? Oh my... Oh, no way. What? Dude, you're so far away.
Oh, being stopped a second. Cracks wants to move in, and at least he's got Yadajay to work with. But his patience granted here. Is this what's going to allow them to get the victory? Paint shield in their direction is getting difficult and difficult as long as this round goes on. Vitality pressuring and not giving them an inch, not peeking them at all, not wanting to make any mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, their big buy round, they were up against it with a big buy round. They had to go up against the Orcs as well.
Send up different elevation as
The
well.
good news for FUT, if there is any, I mean, this is the closest to good news, is everyone else can buy next round. That's all I've got, because everything else isn't great. I guess Vitality have used all of their ults apart from their Omen ult. That's another bit of good news. UTJ's money's a little bit low, it's like 3.5, I think, 3.550.
Essentially sealed the round. Getting 1 would have helped the execution, would have certainly sort of accelerated them. Getting 2, just done and dusted. That's one of the final nails of the coffin. The fact they're able to take the rifles off of FUT as well means they're just sat there hammering it home.
Does Valorant have more viewership than CSC Sports? Globally, yes. But
yeah, I mean, not only
people don't seem to include China numbers.
Well, guys, come on, make some noise, give it up for CNED and FUT. Might be that they might have a chance if you give them some more love. Same goes for Vitality. All right, 5-0. decision making here from FUT? What do they do differently? It feels like
The
Vitality has
Sova.
switched up the
See,
pace
I
a
think the
couple of
Sova on this
times.
map is
Run into B
fine, but I
plans
think
that
you
were
have to have
also
a breach
successful.
with the
New
Sova.
variations catching the Turkish team off guard. What do they do?
I think the breach is pretty. The most common, again, there's two real comps that teams are using at the moment. There's obviously outliers like Paper X, I get it, they're using Gecko, etc. But there's like the double controller in terms of the Viper Omen, and then you have like a breach, and then like a fade or one of the drone agents. They're like the two most common ones. So it's basically this just with a breach here. And honestly, I like both of them. But yeah, KO is a weird one. It feels like KO is pretty heavy out of meta. But a lot of, I mean, I think it's, I like some of the stuff you can do on attack with KO. Like I like a lot of the fast stuff you can do with the raise though. This is a really strong boss. Like a really strong boss.
And with the smoke, we'll cover his tracks for now.
Okay, FUT call a timeout. Mr. Fallon goes down to 5 HP. Lucky to be alive. Vitality change up their wall.
If they're fighting in mids, it means that FUT have backed off somewhere else.
And honestly, I'll tell you what, Destrian's done an incredible job to get over towards side. And I think with how Vitality played this, they kind of read the change up was going to be moving Cypher over towards A.
Slowly inching their way towards the safe side. It seems like the call from FUT now, in comparison with the rounds before, is that let's make this a 5-man retake. Let's not lose any players early in this round.
Yeah, and I like the fact that the Trailblazer there from the sky actually hit every bit of cyber utility there was Bamnos.
Let's see if it's going to be the difference maker though. Hunter's Fury denying the palm for now. Tag onto 2.
Oh, so lucky. Still damage done and info with the double. They're trying to spam this one. Not the best plant for after plant. You have to peek pretty wide over towards side, and then this area becomes pretty irrelevant. So yeah, hard for Vitality to win this. Destrian still has a smoke that he can put down. What the hell? The wall's good enough though, like why would you ever want it? That is ridiculous. Did you see him before?
Finding the opportunity for FUT to move in. On the spike they go. Sender on site, doing so much.
Wait, chat, where was this guy?
The leader of the team.
Wait, where was this guy? I'm so confused. Was it at the top of the site? I'm gonna have to rewind.
On the board yet another time.
Did he cancel his ult next to them?
Lost there, and I love actually that the thought process would be, okay, you've used your snake bites,
If I'm not gonna replay, I'm rewinding.
Instead, Sender capitalizes on that. Instead, goes hyper aggressive, just sprints.
Okay, let's watch him. So he's in the corner. He ults.
Bro,
Bro, he literally just cancels, and none of them even realize. That is an insane play.
For lingering a little bit longer there for a bit, but I think Vitality did so well with balancing their util to pressure them to never give them space to actually go for these fights. Yeah,
that's the round that puts them to an eco as well. What are these plays from Vitality? I tell you what is actually scary with Vitality at the moment. Like everything is there. Like they got good strats. It's like in terms of like macro stuff, it's really good. In terms of these little micro kind of hero plays we're seeing, it's actually really scary. Look very good. Gulito with the 8 months. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
This round, I mean.
Thank you for using your prime on me.
They don't check guys, check your corners. Oh no!
Ah man, delete the VOD. Oh, delete the VOD. We didn't see it. It's bro, it's not meant to be, man. It's just not. It's just not their tournament.
At least Cracks can do what his teammate couldn't. And it seems like nerves are getting to FUT right now.
It feels like it, doesn't it? Vitality, they're just going to accelerate onto the safe site. You've already got the flank coming of safe as well to almost guarantee the rounds. For FUT's here, what do you do?
Yeah, it seems like it. Never mind. I was going to say there was a flank in the making that could have catch them off guard, maybe, but Tripwire revealing him. They definitely know he's only got a sheriff, so they have to taking these fights. And to be fair, I don't blame them. Vitality had built up quite a healthy economy. Out of Captain and Mr. Fallen have done damage, and all of a sudden Vitality are with less players alive, but Safe has got a luck in the making himself. Destrian winning his own fight. FUT are given a slither of hope just to be taken right back up. Destrian quick to react, and there you go, Vitality with 7.
It should have been a bit cleaner, Pavlos, but it feels like it's almost being nitpicky at this point. Incredible work from Vitality to make it this dominant in this half, and we're at a stage now where even if we see FUT win every round for the rest of this half, it's still a favourable position for Vitality.
Look, there's a lot of pressure on both
7-1 maybe.
I mean, yes, it's an off-season event. Yes, it's one where they're looking at practice.
Was this a sneaker?
Sure that
I still think that UTJ does good to get into these positions though.
They put Turkey
Alright.
on the map.
Oh no, we go fast. Big buy round, we go fast. Okay, this is one of the first times I see the opening kill. CNED has his ult as well. I kind of like this though. They fake over towards the A pressure and they 3-person walk middle. This is still a pretty nice round from Vitality.
Oh my god!
What the hell is that? Meanwhile, Cracks kills 3 in middle. There was so much going on at the same time.
Cracks is sort of the second name.
How was Cracks killed 3? 3 individual angels.
On his KO before. Now it comes alive, but in finding a 4K like that, Pavlos, can that be repeated?
Yeah, it's not a very repeatable circumstance.
What
but at
the
least
hell is this flash? Does it actually reach over towards here, late peak? Wait, it might even be a lot better than I thought. Might go over the roof here so you could just be close wall.
The shadows available for both Omens, and with that Viper's Pit on Destrian, I'm very curious to see how effective Vitality's Alpha plants are going to be, but for Runner already taken down, Captain, this is a great opening.
Yeah, that's nice as well. I think I still like the idea of it. They kind of go for a similar play in terms of the heavy over towards middle. I'm telling you, Vitality as well. I love that this failed so badly. Let's do something similar. Cool. That was a great TP out of there. Bro, this might be the best game I've ever seen Sender have, by the way. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'll take the L on that.
Doesn't expect for kicks to be there.
Oh, Chad, honestly, I might even message him and apologize. I take full responsibility for that.
Great opening from FUT, maybe crumbling around them. Already a man down, kicks with so much utility to work with here.
Yes, Jay. A lot of people.
They lose this round, 1-9 loss bonus on top of all of this.
Saying that this guy could be the next star of Turkey. Yet to see it in this map as a whole. Safe says the no to Alacapa. So get a forced in a 1v3 in full darkness, but no, unachievable.
This team looks pretty good, chat. This team looks pretty good.
Right back.
Absolutely perfect as Vitality. They strike back. They show that for FUT that round. That was not the start of something. That was not the inklings of a comeback. That was just a fluke. And for Vitality now, 9 rounds to their name.
Game Night, thank you so much for the 9 months. Appreciate the tier 1. You like the Vitality jersey as well? Is this a new one? I don't know. Honestly, I'll tell you what, I haven't even focused on it.
I'm just going through your head. You're like,
I'll pay more attention on the next
We have things all under lock and key, but now shots aren't connecting. Vitality have a better read. It feels like
bro, this camera needs to get shot when he's doing this. Default. Honestly, I tell you what is kind of scary about Vitality is they have a lot of rounds at the moment.
What's that going to do for the confidence?
But at least for now, they're winning out on the
They
trade,
look
so
very
finally
drilled
playing
on this
off the
map.
numbers as well, but they need
It
to
looks like
remember
we
the
kind of
side
have
Vitality
3
do.
defaults.
And I think that from the shadows
Like we have 3 kind of defaults for their main, or at least 3 takes of the 3 main points of contention that I talk about.
And FUT, double the amount of players alive than their opponents do. Destrian sneaking past. At a captain, do you expect this?
Maybe he hides as well. Bear in mind that the Vitality players, they're very separated here, Pavlos. There's still a bit of time to work with, but it's all fakes from this Viper utility.
Guiding light to maybe allow Destrian to move into the back of the site. Oh, we know instead.
Looked weird.
They know there's someone there. The captain reads it in time. And that means FUT have a solid hold over this. CNED finding the last shot of the round.
Nicely done from
on the
FUT.
board again.
Yeah, they strike back, and it's with that
4?
operator on CNED.
I mean,
that revelation
4 is
seems
doable.
to have harmed Vitality a little
We've
bit.
seen some mad comebacks on this map before,
from Istanbul,
mainly involving Sentinels.
Yeah, silence for the time being. But maybe the hope hasn't been rekindled just yet.
Which side? It does seem to be pretty attack-sided. But I'm telling you, when we watch this map, it varies so much at the moment.
For Vitality,
Like it feels like we're gonna, kind of, it will be
And I mean,
more
the
like
casualties they've been
this,
taking
like
the past
for
couple
attack
rounds
eventually
has
once
also
it's
put
kind of
them
chilled
at a
out a
rough
bit.
point
But
economically,
Yeah.
right?
this
Okay,
map
yeah,
is
you've
all
been
over
able
the
to win
place in
8
terms
rounds
of
already. That's
scorelines.
already a solid half, right? 8 to 4
But it
on
should be
attack,
attack side.
not too
With
bad,
these
right?
free
But given that
points
FUT
being like
like
this on the
controlling
map,
tempo,
it should
you
be
want to make
attack
sure you
sided.
maximize your games here on the attacking
There's
side.
too many.
And if Vitality were
There's
to do
too
that,
many
they need to
points
make
that you
sure
can
that
potentially take
this
on
round goes away,
attack for it
because
to be
next time
defense sided.
their buy is looking rough.
Pavlos.
Yeah.
If Vitality take this map and we go to Lotus, FUT's map pick.
What is
Do you
this?
think that FUT are going to
This is a tech or is this a timeout? Oh yeah, okay. To be fair
I
to
think
them,
that's
the
the beauty
first
of
one
the
of the
best
day.
five. I think definitely FUT are well aware of how they are able to come back from it. I think they're just in a slump.
Damn, these guys are playing off the GE win.
Someone wants to start a war, Pavlos.
Bro's playing off the GE Furia win. Holy.
Yeah, shout out to yesterday's match, Global Esports taking down Furia. Quite a match that was.
That it was, and I mean, that was pure, unadulterated passion we felt there from everyone in the building. In that game.
Indeed. All right, is anybody shy here? Make some noise, everybody. Get excited. This is the grand final of Convergence.
Yeah,
Shout
boy.
out. Are you a Sliggy enjoyer?
I am a Sliggy. Who isn't a Sliggy enjoyer, Pavlos?
Oh
True
my
that,
goodness.
true that. All right, shout out to all the watch partiers out there as well. Technical
It's got to
points coming
overload.
out.
Gonna start blushing out here.
2-8 is the score. FUT finding a mark at least, which
Hey,
we will work with.
my
Footing,
boy,
if you
respects,
will.
man.
I did.
Dude, he went for the camera as
That
well.
was
He
pun
went
intended.
straight in for the camera. That was sick.
For Vitality, Pavlos, do you think that even if they lose the last 2 rounds, going into the second half 8 to 4, do you think they have the momentum still to try and be to take that fifth round, try and close it out?
The slug club in India.
I mean,
Respect.
it's a 50-50, right? Whether that ends up being the case.
He stood up, yeah,
I
bro.
think
He
for
was
Vitality,
in the
keep on
camera.
playing their game, keep on playing how they know
What
how
a
to do.
legend.
They've got some solid plans in the pipeline, and it seems they haven't been running out of them so far. I think Sunset, definitely the strongest map they've shown, and it doesn't seem that FUT are able to challenge them that far.
Well, I can see a lot of messages being held up here, Pavlos. What is it you do to get that little banner on your phone?
I think it's just an app.
There's an app for
yeah,
that?
there's an app for that. There's an app for anything nowadays, Kremer.
There is an app for all sorts. Do you reckon there's an app which predicts if FUT are going to make the comeback or not?
Yeah, there probably is.
Yeah.
There probably is. Yeah. 8 to 2 again. For look a little bit chill, at least. I think this is an opportunity for them to actually compose themselves a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Obviously, they can't have chat time with coach, but it's an opportunity for them to relax. You know, I think all of these players, have, at some point, you know, playing at this level, have an opportunity to speak with a performance coach. There are definitely moments in time where you can
Wait, fast one?
take a step
You get
back.
a fast
They've
one as
learned
well?
ways to cope with it. Let's hope now they can get into this one and make this final a little bit more competitive. FUT versus Vitality.
Okay,
The show
yeah,
is
let's
back
see.
on the road.
Somehow though, two in a row means that the money's relatively low. Vitality 2-9 on top of this. Get a plant, it doesn't matter. That is gotta hope that there's a smoke there to pull that one off. I think that's a lovely trade
One of the
though.
players that we wanted to see come up alive has seen it, and he gets the kill.
He's going to keep going.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
up
I like
raise.
the aggression behind this.
Safe does
Oh,
punish
they
the
hear
Yesterday,
this.
though. Cypher vs Cypher.
Man, I'm telling
Vitality
you,
looking
Safe
great gaps within
is
the defense,
having
and I think Cena did his
too
balls
much impact
to
at the
do it all
moment.
himself.
Right, I thought he was
Shot
gonna kill the other
backs
guy,
out.
not this guy.
And do you expect kicks to move in this quickly? Get your gun out, Cena. Oh, close one. Nice try. What can this Turkish star do? Stuck in a corner. Do they expect it? Oh, runner pre-fires it. And here's FUT back onto the defense. Cracks, double kill.
Goodness.
FUT, is this their chance to get a third? I
My
think it
goodness.
is.
Nice
Cracks
shots,
is
bro.
back.
That second one was
The
very, very
Novomar's
nice.
Absolutely perfect as well to try and protect
It's fast.
Runner. Instead, he just gets overwhelmed, but it's counteracted instantly by Cracks. 2 quick, precise kills.
3 in a
and
row?
then gets onto the off angle for the third. What a performance and what an opportunity for FUT now to make that comeback.
Yeah, great chance. Great chance. And like I said, feels like it's a really
Who is
situation
this guy?
for them. Winning out
People
their
love
trays,
him.
that's what they need. I think basically a lot of these moments are coming down to trays not being picked up.
Joker.
Vitalia did a good job controlling the map, but FUT say, time for us to have a piece of that pie. Vitalia now move into the left-hand side, and like I said earlier on, B main will be tested out a lot.
It'll be just that.
Safe is not going for this play though, right?
As well, avoids the utility, but can he get out, Pavlos?
CNED will. He gets one and he's out of there.
CNED's raise op's looking kind of nice though, to be fair to him. Bro, CNED just looks so good when he has an op.
Investing deep, putting their hands deep in their pockets.
Cover going out. J still with that neural theft. He's held onto it for a good while now. Mr. Farland has that utility to delay a plant, but it's out to Captain. Solo almost on the safe site. Gets out.
And this is the good thing with all of this with this VIT util again, you can rely on going back and just lurking over towards her.
Playing for info here if you're on
and Atta's in a bit of a rough spot. That is a great recon.
Same time, Vitality.
That means that the extra rotate can come in. Atta gets crazy unlucky with this. He's dead, right?
The cam as well. Tries to delay it a little bit. Cracks. Finds a Hunter's Fury kill. And he himself dances in the sight. And stands strong. Paranoid.
What is he on in the last 2 rounds? He can do no wrong. Wow. What the hell is this change up from him?
Gives a star performance.
What happened in the tech balls, bro?
And he is looking so damn good. What a way to end the half for him. Sort of the last 3 rounds has just been a multi-kill, multi-kill, multi-kill. Currently going 15 and 8. Actually top fragging the server, Pavlos.
4's not bad, chat, really. I've seen a lot worse halves.
The way FUT came online was Cracks hitting his shots.
It's a rough start though. Still impressed with Vitality. I felt like they had a lot of rounds in this.
Is that gonna be? Do they have
I kind of I think I'm coming around a little bit to the safe Cypher. It looks nice when he has a lot of freedom.
And I think Vitality, what they've been able to do well, at least at the first stage of this half, is you know, kind of read FUT's positioning and kind of create those gaps themselves.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Now FUT, I need to do that on their term.
On their term, and that's the interesting part, Pavlos. Do you think that for Vitality, having lost these last 3 rounds, do you think this is where they maybe get a bit shaken as they go onto their defense? Bearing in mind that Runner, he's not really had the impact against CNED that he did.
Wait, is Safe back on the SNUS?
That is true.
I thought that was banned these days.
Are we starting to see some?
Maybe it's VCT only events.
CNED and Cracks were able to come back alive even after a slow performance. And I think Runner
pretty
was
sure they banned it.
The previous map, even though he had some off shots throughout the middle of it. At the end,
guy needs to wean himself off that for
anyone
sure.
that can bounce back from this is definitely going to be Runner.
Love to see just that, Pavlos. We go live into our second half. FUT on their attack, Vitality on the defense. Will we see?
Yeah, I mean, FUT needs to start this off with a pistol, no doubt in my mind. We saw this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was, where FUT had the shock to break the trip here. They have a shock dart that goes over towards here, and then they have like a recon that he bounces off the wall behind as well. So this is the same pistol, no? And that camera's actually going to get hit by the shock, I think. Close. Camera stays alive. Shot dart in the middle, didn't hit any. Okay.
And now Zestrian to the back of the site, struggling, but ends up picking it up, so it's still a straight.
Keep an eye on the luck here, by the way. This is a huge luck from yesterday. A full round the world.
Runner's in trouble, but no! Is able to skate away!
Yeah, and they cancel with this one. Omen's going over. They realize the whole of the A site is clear. CNED can probably get out of there. CNED can definitely not get out of there anymore. I mean, he could have. He's a madman. Get out of there. Oh, the door's down.
The door is closed. There's nowhere to go.
The door's down. That's so funny. Okay, Chad, they got to win the 2v4.
But they're still punching upwards. There's 2 player.
Oh, I love this reposition from Atta.
That's unlucky. Engagement, Vitality, they are low on HP here. They get the hell out of dodge. The flash is good, but for FUT, they can at least play for the spike here.
Smoke off one of the angles, but Ada Captain's got to do a lot here to allow his team to move in. Yedajay doubles up. Ooh, let's see what you can do here, Yedajay. That's another. Maybe that's the clutch. You've got kicks up against you. 18-year-old versus 18-year-old. Flash on top.
Oh.
Goes around. Oh, it's rolled around the roundabout. Oh no!
He's owned him. Holy nice. Yeah, man. Might as well give it after that.
Oh my
That
Lord,
was
man
impressive.
is
Technically
good.
a 1v4.
You wondered, why did they pick up the 18-year-old? Why did they take the chance on Yetajay? That is exactly why. A 3K and then
When he got
dance
flashed,
around
the round the
side
world
position
was very
while that spike
impressive.
ticks down to find the fourth. Immaculate plays, a 2 versus 4 converted for FUT, and this is where we start to see that momentum
now
gain.
now it's
heavy
very
investment
much
into the
on
second round with
5 rifles.
on
They keep
every
doing
member,
this as
but
well.
you know what, with confidence to back it up, it may be the right call.
That's what they needed, honestly. I think Yetajay needed to feel
5
alive on the
rifles.
server. I think he's not used to playing on
So
a
yeah, any
crowd
kill
like
is
this,
huge
a
on
land
this
like
one.
this.
Any kill and any
Only,
pickup of a gun is huge.
had a
So it
chance
does
to
get a
play,
little
but
bit risky for
challenging
FUT, but
me
obviously if they
to
can
30,
make this one
being allowed
clean,
to
then
step up
their
like this is
next round is great.
now standing up in front of the crowd and saying that I belong here. It's quite the statement. Here's Vitali going aggro. This round
Wait, they
should
got a
be
drone out of them? That
But
is
if
a
they can do
huge win. They
damage,
could
would it be
definitely
that bad?
now go stack a site.
But it's still
And
could
oh,
be.
okay.
Cracks able to get the opening safe to full. Suddenly this B site may be a little bit less guarded than Vitality would want.
And suddenly you feel a lot
Yeah,
of
mate,
energy
Utajay
being
is
sourced from
feeling
for
it.
FUT esports
Look at
here.
where he
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
against an eco
Let's try the
with a
close
big gun. That's madness. He has a rifle and
That
he's
might be a
taking chances
potential
like
pickup
this.
as
Speaking of a
weapon
rifle, that's
upgrade.
one down.
But
Yeah.
Yetajay denies it.
Oh
one
no,
can
boss
cross
man,
for
that's not
runner.
2
They
rifles.
get
They
back
need to
Big
chill
boss by
out a
Cracks.
little bit.
The salvageable in
They're
the
making
end.
a lot of plays that is so fine with like a ghost on this if you're doing like an FPX spy, but a rifle. This was too much from honestly maybe both of these.
Yeah, he is.
So double
And
Vandal
as well,
technically
Vandals.
have the better guns. You could even just say, I would be so tempted to save this,
By the time they do
but
get to the A site,
I get it.
it will be
Especially when they have no idea where they are.
The captain catching him off guard with the angle, so FUT making this round a little bit more likely for them. So Runner deciding to pick up this free upgrade, run away, and be happy with the outcome of this one as they've killed a couple of players themselves. But that's not even going to
Okay,
be
yeah.
granted
So
either.
I'm gonna pick up the 2 guns at least. So they did pretty good on that one.
They absolutely are, Pavlos. The comeback could
Oh, that got
very
no.
well
I
be
was.
on.
Yeah, they went a bit.
It raises the question for Vitality. When do you call your timeouts?
I
When do
think you guys
try
call that
and
an
change
overheat.
tactics?
And it wasn't
Shots
overheat.
off
Even though the
available
luck was actually really,
Is that
really
gonna be
good,
enough? Rifles to
it's
back it up,
just
and for
in
FUT here, it's a
in the
little bit of a bonus.
bigger
Sheriff's on
the bigger
players
picture of the
guide.
actual round that it was, the
But
fact it was an
Pavlos has got
eco.
the big buzz. FUT have a
Can't be
lot of
done that.
momentum to work with right now.
It's too much.
Winning the pistol round is such a monumentous difference. FUT get to 6
Flash.
rounds. They were down 7-0.
Flash double
And now all of a sudden
satchel.
they seem like a hair's length away.
But why do
Seen it.
we go right if our
Shot
flash
to
is
run, at
left
least
and the
it's traded
Omen flash?
right back up for Vitality.
Separate the one jewel, I guess.
But still, slow pace from FUT, and they've got a play on the luck towards the B side. I wonder how that will come into play.
I wonder as well, Mr. Farland.
I mean, they have a
Trying to find an
recon.
angle to work with
Do you
here.
hope? So I guess it's so they
So no
shoot the
information
recon. It's not too bad.
Vitality could potentially be quite
I have the
aggressive
spike.
to get even more information here, and we're going to see that from the Skydog. Kix still hasn't seen anything at all. Only one bit of knowledge.
This was a good flash as well, because he wanted to get information. He made sure it goes like past this angle.
You'll definitely make it a little bit easier for the attackers. Vitality stick in place. Cam enable again. Kix is having trouble staying out of the cameras. Smoke coming through and it's rightly timed. Kaseta can just spray across. No way it's that easy. Paranoia avoided though, and Yetajay still in it. He succeeded with a clutch before and it was a 1v4. Now a 1v2 should be more fathomable.
Once again, he's given the call, the mantle of responsibility.
Not again though. 20
Work with a
seconds.
bit of space here. Only 15 seconds
Uh-oh.
to work with.
Uh-oh.
No way he's sticking it. He does
Uh-oh.
go off it.
Oh,
Gets one, but it's not good enough.
whoa.
The power of numbers
That
takes
was pretty
over.
close, man.
Yetajay has
Caesary
come
Knox,
alive
thank
in
you so much for the
second half,
gifted.
Pavlos.
Chat, let's
Even
get some Slugger
in that
Proofs
1
going for
versus
the
3,
5
he
gifted.
looked
Thank you so much, bro. I
damn
really do
tasty.
appreciate you.
But Vitality, they keep
Medieval,
their lead. 9
Ardeon,
to 6 now. They extend it
Demon
to,
Guardian,
however, FUT
Flaz,
are
his, and
hot on
Karma.
their heels.
Welcome into the
Cracks
Slug
as
Club.
well
You heard your
continue
name,
to
make sure you
have
say
an
thank you.
immortal game.
Over towards Caesary
But
Knox.
will it be enough?
Caesary, mate,
Will it be
appreciate you,
enough
man.
without
Thank you.
CNED doing one of his characteristic performances?
I think at
Dude,
the
he
end of the day,
nearly-
you've got to
he
think
nearly
that
did
was
it
a
again.
bonus round, right? That's
It
one
Okay,
where,
chat, huge round.
you know,
4 people from each team can't buy
you
next.
expect them to do the most
Roughly.
amount of damage. I
Yeah.
think that's exactly what they did. Not only did they get spike plant, but they killed 4 out of the 5 players. So it's the next best option after a round victory. Oh my, did they get close to that result as well?
What's the right play there is Vitality. 1vx, it's just hard. They did the right thing of sticking together. You shouldn't, like, in terms of right plays, as long as you're sticking together with numbers, you're normally fine. But the one can do so many things that you don't really have many other set rules. Excuse me, what's going on here?
I think for Vitality, this extremity
In terms of the swing, I mean, they didn't do it together. It should be wide close. What is going on?
So can kicks, which is potentially where.
But the problem is they didn't really know. A lot of the time you would just wait for him to. What the hell is this? A lot of the times you just, in that situation, you would wait for them to plant, and then as soon as the plant actually goes down, then you know roughly where he is, then you can secure a wide close.
Unfortunately, he's got to make that rotation. They stacked that B site. They've read it correctly. FUT, they get ready.
That is a straight up spam through the smoke. I'm not even sure there was any sound done on this. And that is another one.
Vitality are all here to defend. Showstopper in yesterday's face covered with paint, and now with 2 remaining, I've got to do it all. Thankfully for them, they've got Hammer.
Nah, this kid's crazy.
But how the captain won't survive long enough to see CNED succeed.
2 direct spams through the smoke, and then he gets that flick shot. This is by far the best I've seen Sender play. It really is. There are a few. There's some rare cases of like players who IGL. This looks like a tech pause. What's happened here? There's a few players that are better when they speak loads. Yampy's one of them in my books. There's a few in CS as well. Maybe Sender's one of them.
Right now, definitely acting as if, you know, the anti-heroes in this one.
You're absolutely right. Timeout called, I believe, by Vitality. So
tech pauses should get a sponsor, bro. Yeah, if you're actually a sponsor and you watch this whole off season, you just wait for this event to come in again, and you just say, "Oh yeah, I want to sponsor the tech pauses," and you will make your money's worth. It's true. It would be up constantly. It'd be incredible. Maybe we do it, chat. Maybe we'd have my Twitch name here.
Do you think they're going to be able to perform against the likes of Liquid, for instance?
I think the fact that Salah has got players that he can mold into how he perceives the game to be played out himself, Salah, by the way, being the coach of Vitality, will make it a lot easier for him, right? Runner, kicks, both of them having a lot of raw talent that still haven't, you know, fallen into bad pits of behavior. I think what the issue was with Vitality last time.
Is Runner a crazy up and comer? He's doing very good, yeah. We have a lot in the EMEA this year. Next year, even, I guess.
Now, they've got a chance to completely change that right from the start. And the talent was always there. The fact that they've got Runner, Safe, and Kicks together now in this roster, it just looks even stronger.
Standing for the third map? Maybe. We'll see. Still kind of early.
Yes, I do see them
still slowly waking up.
Of Team Liquid, yes.
To follow the question up, actually, for FUT, I actually think they could do the same. I think we have seen some real potential from this team.
I think potential is the only thing we've seen so far.
Yeah.
But we also see the fact that Mr. Fallen isn't quite used to this new roster, right? I think he's realized that IGLing a roster from the start, from the beginning, is much more difficult than retaining a team and progressing
that's what it is. Too early at the moment.
For 2 years, right? So building up a new project is a completely different task. So Mr. Fallen, even though he's, you know,
love that they're giving youngsters a good shot. Yeah, it is. It's the best move for like the teams that are. It's the best move for teams that want to build something.
To work on for this season as well, in areas that he hasn't had the experience to do so much before.
It's got to go into
you might get like a year of flame, but if you find like a couple of good players, it's worth it.
FUT here. 4 rounds is by all means doable.
Bukax as well, thank you so much for the 12 months. Whole year from you, bro. Appreciate the tier 1.
On Sunset
thank you for the whole year, mate.
My thought process though is it?
What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Thank you.
Like the tempo, they've been able to switch it. They've not been able to hold it.
Heretics just need more time. I mean, yeah, they picked up a lot of. I'll tell you what, a lot of their players as well that they picked up, a lot of other teams wanted.
Trading so effectively that not one player builds momentum. Every time we see CNED get a little bit warmer, he ends up getting shut down. Every time Krax gets a little bit warmer, he's shut down. The same said for Yesterday on this map as well.
I think the attack side is just feeling a little bit more comfortable for FUT.
Yeah.
I think they enjoy having the tempo. I think they enjoy being the ones that can be proactive and sort of force Vitality.
I think Safe likes this team a lot because he's been criticizing the franchise a lot because it kills new talent. I mean, if the tier 2 scene isn't good, it kills talent. But yeah, I get what he's saying. It's like restrictive, but I don't know. It kind of opens. It depends again. So much depends on like the coaches and the teams itself.
It was the luck of the draw. Sometimes it does happen like that. This time around, they need to be patient on this one.
I think the game is so fresh, and there's so many people that come over that are like played. This is a nice crunch, by the way. That played like Fortnite and stuff that are relatively young. That I think you're always going to get rewarded for trying to find new talent. Again, there is like four players in EMEA that I'm so confident will be in franchising next year. So we'll see. And there'll probably be other people that come through.
Throughout the entire week is that they allow their opponents to move into positions that they want them to be in, funnel them into a slaughter.
They do just that. Now, 4 versus 3 runner. Going to take a lot of util damage here. He is going to have to back off.
Just gets out of this one. It's just a low buy from FUT on this.
They are making this expensive for Vitality.
The Gatekeeper. I was tempted to do a video on it. I was tempted to do a video on it, but I'll probably wait. I kind of wait, and I want to wait until teams do like, you know, that loan thing fast, because I don't want to say their names and then teams start to loan, like start to have them as like their 6th loan. But there's definitely some stars in there. Wait, they're hitting a lot of shots right now.
Wants to stop it all from happening, but I think this is the best decision for
big ult as well. Safe's reaction here is so good, knowing that only one of them can get out from the TP, so it makes it just a 1v2. Speaking of 1v2s though, After has a pretty good record.
The first thing Captain's going to do now is try and isolate one of these players.
I don't think Vitality is going to make that very easy for him. One of the things that Vitality have been really good at is that regrouping. Having some strong fundamentals in this way, buddy systems all around. This one will be no different. Bot at a Captain, albeit the odds. Eliminates the threat, halves it into cut in the middle. A Captain goes all the way around, and this is very reminiscent of what Yadajay did earlier on. All you have to do is wait for the clock to run out, and it's just what he's been able to do.
He's so good. Yes, he's so good at the 1v2s. Really nicely played from him.
Beautiful from Captain. Once again, leading from the front, Pavlos. And I love the fact that after getting that first kill, he doesn't look for the second. Instead, his focus becomes time. He realizes that he's saved so much in going straight to the other side with his ult, getting that plant, and forcing the hunts to come to him rather than isolating the 1v1s.
Did a really good job on that one. He did a very good job on that one.
Look at the economy for Vitality as well.
Exactly.
Pavlos, it's not in a great spot.
So we were talking about how unlikely it was to get the comeback.
Yeah, I still think it's unlikely, bearing in mind that the ult management is going to be massive next round.
What an insane Omen flash on this one.
I think there's a personal kerfuffle going on between those two.
Yes, Jay. Denying a bit of it, but it's
oh my
Vitality instantly shut
back to
down
back, man. 1v2 into the 3-pass and sprayed on.
I don't think I've seen a cleaner spray trap.
Yeah, it was so close. It shouldn't have gone down that clean.
As clean as it physically gets. Captain, he's going to try and hunt for his ace as well, and I do not blame him.
I mean, it might be clean, but I also feel filthy right now after watching that one. Had a Captain.
It would be a nice ace. I know it's equal, but that was a clean one. Yeah, that was very, very nice.
The route to a comeback.
I can't believe in this fast triple swing, they don't hit a bullet on him. Like, that's how fast it was.
Both of the crowd and on the faces of FUT here. Pavlos, look at the ultimate abilities. Almost every single ability is online right now. One away from a showstopper on CNED. A little bit more distance before we see.
How did they not hit a bullet on him?
I'd watch that one again. I'd watch that one again for sure. Hey, look, it's a Abyss round, but at least they don't go down, losing too many players.
It's a nice camera.
Really nicely done here.
Most people do it on the wall, but that might be a little bit better for spotting like the legs not being seen earlier.
Yeah, so much to work with. FUT They're going to have to be wary with these executions.
So where are we?
And mainly
So they
because
just ecoed. 2 people still can't buy with the 2-9 loss bonus if they lose this. So Vitality, wow, Vitality have a big important round. They have to eco next and they're against 5 ults. And here's 2 of them.
Runner avoiding it somehow, Destrian on site, but he still gets traded. All of a sudden, FUT have got all the control they need, and Cracks can be brought right back into life. Kicks, wants to move it forward. Cena throws down a showstopper.
Yeah, and they've had enough. 3 ult use for this one. It's a very good time to use it. Just such a good understanding of the econ as well in terms of, right guys, if we win this, it's 10-10 pretty much. So 3 of them there. You could even argue that maybe the Razor was too much, but
FUT are going to make it 9, and Vitality.
I think in terms of what it's worth, it's pretty big. Still have an Omen ult as well, and they like to do set rounds with the Omen ult, so potentially they'll wait for the full buy round.
7 rounds. 7 rounds to nothing, by the way. And all of a sudden, FUT can smell Vitality. 1 round away.
They're starting to nip at their heels, aren't they? And, well, Sender, he's got... He may have the Vandal next round, and it gives Vitality at least something to work with. We saw Runner with the hero Phantom do quite a bit, but it feels like it's going to pale in comparison when you consider that FUT. Not only have they removed that Vandal, but they're also now just 1 round away from equalizing.
Do you think the Zeke incident with Heretics might affect other tier 1 teams' thoughts on him? Oh, 100%. If a guy gets kicked from 2 teams, both at bad points, you gotta look into it. Actually, did he leave a send on his own accord? I think he might have. So maybe only 1. It still creates a bit of a question mark. You would be less tempted to trial him, basically.
There absolutely is, and as Vitality calls that out for a timeout, let's see what's going to happen in lieu of this.
Great to see that everybody is having fun. I hope everyone at home watching as well is having so much fun. Phil, are they trying to do a Mexican wave, or are there goodies being thrown at them?
It may be goodies being thrown at them. All the more reason to come to the venue, because goodies are being peppered into the crowd.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you better rush over here, because Vitality, if they win this map, and they win the next one, it could all be over quite quickly.
I think it's cool goodies like mouse mats and stuff like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's Trav doing at the moment? I'm not even sure.
Yeah, the real good stuff.
I mean, he was playing Spike Nations yesterday.
I hear myself through their TV.
So he's in... is that event in Spain? I can't remember.
Here we go.
I'm not entirely sure what team Trav's in for next year, though, in terms of link. Alright. Yeah, lower buy for Vitality, like we said. It turns out to be okay in terms of double rifle Judge. Oh, and they put an ult into this. Oh, okay.
Looking for the Cypher cam as well. Haven't quite found it. Different position means that Vitality are going to have the early warning system of information, but will they have the players in place to stop it?
Right now, Vitality have 0 information.
Right. As soon as they realize the Cypher is over towards here, you see Nade going in, we see Shock Dart, they do break 1 trips, and that was nice from yesterday. I mean, they play that angle a lot, so that's why he's kind of expecting this one so much. In terms of his team plays that angle a lot.
Runner going to be pressured here, especially if Kix isn't able to find this frag in mid.
Yeah, they don't really need to fight this too heavy. Oh my god, he's named his teammate almost. Might actually work out well if they decided to send it in. Yeah, they just don't think he's there because the nade was like almost at his feet, it felt like. And then they're just trying to deny this so heavy that they force them into the Viper ult, and it looks like it's going to work. Omen ult makes this a little bit harder. Spike probably has to go through the Viper. Chat, look at the Spike with 20 seconds. Like, what to the... I mean, Spike is going to the Viper ult. 15 seconds.
There's only about 10 seconds left.
They've got to deal with Destrian, but he's got the most deadly weapon of them all at this distance.
I still don't think they have time to plant. Oh, it's close. It's really close.
They're cutting it close, Pavlos.
Oh, they get it!
Oh my goodness, just not enough time. It's very, very close.
The masters of time.
This was a very nice round from Vitality. Like very nice round from Vitality. The heavy fight over towards Market, forcing them back into the ult.
The most same 2 rounds would give Vitality a lead here. Would give them more than a lead. Would give them a victory, Pavlos. And that's got to harm the confidence of FUT.
Oh my god, the fact that CNET ties there early. And yeah, no, it was a great effort from FUT to try and bring it back. But
Chat low buy as well. Like that's a big round. Their money's relatively good. Because even though this money's low, they could have some drops, especially from these two.
They weren't the favorites for sure.
They were not the favorites for sure, Pavlos. Safe, getting bullied by utility. In short there, he's able to defend it though.
Okay, Kicks is going to get tested here. Runner's with him though.
Kicks not looking to fight, instead looking once again to delay.
Now Runner might be
Oh my god, double info.
Oh,
Atter's aim looks unreal right now. That was madness. UCJ, that was madness.
They're moving forward, Cena leaving control over mid and turning their attention towards the B side. But there's still Destrin here that can do a lot of damage. Cena no more. And all of a sudden, Vitality are ahead. Out of Captain and Cracks, turning it all around. Cracks and Naples.
Look at these two aimers, bro.
A little bit too late to the party.
He's got to back off now, Pavlos. He's got to try and take a duel with Mr. Fall in the IGL.
And Cinder comes out on top.
45.
Out of Captain is so low.
45 against the 12.
Down to 80 points of health.
This is the two aimers, though.
There is a world where Sender picks this up. What a world would that be?
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. He had to take a risk to try and walk through here.
Once again, the prayers of FUT are answered by Cracks. He has been
so the money gets reset,
this map. And
but there was two people with 3-7, so they could drop. But you probably see an eco here, and they buy next, but it'll be a good low buy.
And as once again we enter sort of the final 4 rounds of the map,
oh,
we still haven't got a victor decided.
I would have assumed that the players there would know that a tripwire was in place, given that they were so close to it.
Wild map so far, so yeah. All the Sunset maps I've watched have been really fun at the moment.
Costing them a few more players. Still, it does go into the hands of FUT.
Aggression on A.
Change up their Viper wall on this one.
On deaf ears, though.
Is a low buy, 3 hero guns, Runner has his ult.
This hit's coming to be. They know that B has worked for them, and once
FUT are pretty much out of all their ults.
This Vitality defense.
One-way smoke enabled here from Save. He's definitely blind though, so he won't be able to use it to try and get one of these kills. Jumping over one of the tripwires, Cena has to drop back here. Save reads it, and it's still a trade. Destrin to the back of the site. He's got a classic, so he's going to help.
Oh.
Well, wait for Runner to help him instead. Showstopper
Damn,
enabled,
what a flash. What the hell?
Away. Don't want any of this and leave Genajay to die.
Genajay picks off the rest of FUT. They pummel their way, they barrel their way down.
Yeah, but they over-rotated on this one, but rightly so. I mean, they wanted to hit. It was a good call on the cancel. This is a great pause to lurk in. Like, where Mr. Fallon is here is a great pause. He hears a lot of them running, he takes the timing. Now it's just on these two to delay, but they're playing aggro. Yeah, okay, nice call. That's cool. I saw Atta just moving back here.
That's a free kill, and that's a 3 versus 3. Cracks knowing where the rest of them are coming, but Vitality need to care of their behinds because Mr.
Oh my god! Man, add a third aimer to that list. What the hell?
It's not even needed for the final players. It doesn't matter.
That's a madness.
You had players in position for the afterplants. All you needed
that's my
was
IGL right there. What the?
Sova on that flank. 11-2-11 Pavlos.
Really good luck from him. Again, it's such a good spot when you get into this corner over towards middle. You can hear so many rotations.
But if that goes, Pavlos, the Vitality are in serious trouble.
Holy. Okay, 11-11 full buy, but Vitality definitely take the hit in terms of lowest money. Like, FUT can have a full buy if they lose this, Vitality not so much.
Again, I'm going to say this over and over again. Vitality started this map with 7 rounds.
That's such a good amount, man.
Perseverance is everything this game.
Absolutely.
Is this what you were showing him yesterday as well? That's so funny.
And nothing but sagacity from either side now.
FUT take a lot of map control here. Dog only sees one. Nicely done for the others hiding.
Now is a chance for redemption.
Shock in case the Cypher is over here, because they don't know about the Cypher yet.
Kill without being traded himself, but he's got painter thrown out him.
Wait. Oh, he's a genius. He's a
Incredible.
genius.
And FUT are ahead.
Plan goes down. 4 versus 5 retake. Make that a 4.
Oh my god, he's
3 versus
unstoppable.
5 retake. Pavlos.
He's
Great position comes
unstoppable.
out Vitality. At what point do they call to save? Look at the money. There's
Yeah, they
nothing
gotta
behind
save.
these Vandals.
They have
No,
to
they
save.
gotta
Their
save.
money
They
is in
definitely
the
have to save. There's
bin.
no other way. Knowing there's 5 players, know they haven't done any damage. FUT, they've
Wow,
made
that
the
was,
comeback work. Last round they
back to
equalised.
back.
This time they're getting the
Incredible
lead
plays.
for the first time this series.
My, oh my, FUT, FUT, 12 to
And they're on the
11.
hunt. They're going for
Vitality.
this. And
It
they
looked
can.
like a seal's deal. It looked done and dusted. From the grave, FUT have shown us that there's still life within these Turks.
That's what we get for counting them out. That's what
These
we
kills
get
are
for
huge if they get
denying
any.
that these guys have incredible comeback capabilities. Now, Vitality going to try their best to save these guns. Like you said, they have nothing.
1, 2.
Whoa,
2.
2 out of 3 and kicks barely
Yeah, now
standing
what?
with 6
They're all at the
points
3-5 mark. Everyone's got to go light armor. We don't get a boom bot. We don't get a second cage. We don't get a
Almost
second
enough. The
trip.
Guardian has to come out though, to try and pad the ranks. FUT, who'd have thought it would have taken them this long to become favourites within a map? Who'd have thought that it was possible for them to become favourites
Kicks
within
was
this
almost
map?
dead. He
And who
survived
would
on
have
8,
thought
right?
that FUT would be the team first to map point?
My, oh my.
Don't give me a tech pause on that. Don't give me a tech pause on the
Do you believe
12-11.
Pavlos?
Of course. What do you mean? Is there something
Yeah.
not to believe?
I see overtime.
You do.
Yeah, I see overtime. I think that this is going to be, I think the winner of this map wins the series. I think if FUT are able to come back on Sunset, convert it, win it, I think that going into Lotus, going into Haven, they're going to be unstoppable, especially Lotus.
Still a best of 5. Anything can happen. Cena's like, yeah, I got my fans.
Everyone else is having issues and CNED's
They've
just
got my
chilling.
back. Full house. And I'd say 70% of them love Cena.
He's hard not to love, isn't he, Pavlos?
Really.
For a man that talented. I mean, my, oh my.
All right. 1 round.
We
Differentiate who
are we
will
back
come
in?
out on top. Is it going to be map win? Or overtime?
look at how big that guy's smile is as well, man.
I'm gonna have to
Honestly,
beg
there's
to
some
differ
good,
for this event,
there's some
especially
good
the
people in the
two
crowd
EMEA
today,
teams.
man. They crack me
Sorry.
up a little bit.
For this one, that doesn't stand.
Straight into a tactical timeout from Vitality.
That might be
here.
the same
I
guy
actually like
that
the fact
called out
you know, it goes
Brazil
down.
as well.
They've saved
Just
that
going for
timeout
EU
for
now.
this last round.
He's just
I
going
think
everywhere,
it's
trying to
not
get
only
him.
just timeout for the last round. This is the timeout where Salah prepares for overtime as well.
Yeah, I think Salah's pretty proud of the fact that most of the rounds after a timeout tend to be won for Vitality.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at laying out the plans for the team, and they're pretty good at executing.
To counteract that though, for Pavlos, Sway and his effect on FUT has also been incredible.
Yeah. Sway, guys, both of them have done quite an impactful
FUT came back
job for
from
FUT as
what
well.
score?
They've got everyone ahead of them.
7-1.
To get this roster up
Technically
and running and
7-0,
capable of
I guess, was
victories
actually the
in
worst.
VCT, EMEA, and maybe the world, maybe on that global stage.
Maybe, and you know what? It feels like this map hasn't just been a battle of skill.
Was it
in
8-1
terms
at
of
its
gunplay.
worst?
There's
Oh,
also been a
okay.
battle of minds. We go into
Damn,
this
that's
final
even
round.
worse. Okay,
There's that
so
neural
then they
depth
won
level
one
to
and then
save,
got
and
reset.
that's it for
It's even
Ultimate.
more impressive.
Captain is going to be able to
Okay,
get from the
one
shadows,
chance for
but unless
FUT
Trax
to,
was another one of his miracle rounds,
I mean, it's
don't
a
think
solid
FUT are gonna have
comeback
many
if
other
it's
ults to work
doable.
with.
I think under any other circumstances, Safe would be in the position where he's the one that needs to do the heroics. That's
This
what
camera's
he's-
pretty good over
that's his
towards
role.
middle, this one.
I wonder right now in the
It can,
position
it
of
can
a
only
Sentinel,
be
he feels
seen
a little
from
bit
like
limited.
here and here.
Potentially through mid. It's
Spike
like
drop.
FUT are gaining
We got
quite a bit of
one-
map control power loss without really being contested.
Got one
Vitality,
trip over
they
towards
wanna play
side.
for the
Flash goes in, so
executions, they
question
wanna
mark
play for
created
the
middle
afterparts from the looks of things.
from FUT, and then they just cleared all the middle. And we have a late trip going over towards this. This is kind of nice.
Oh, a lot of players spotted.
Yeah, that's a lot of info.
So much info.
So much to work with now. The game is a FUT. Vitality know where the push is coming from. Can they stop it?
Even though they had the info early,
This guy though,
plant is inevitable.
this guy,
And we're sending
he has
it
a
down.
recon as well when they want to flood the
Got a
site.
clear opportunity here because now they're the ones defending. Now the pressure is all.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the recon.
Smoke depleted.
Yeah.
Recon still up for usage.
If this gets any scans off, he just owns everyone. Okay, did get shot.
Vitality gonna move
Nice
together.
shot,
There's
though.
only one on a different angle. That's gonna be that's safe.
Whoa, where's everyone else on site?
Vitality.
Holy, went into a 2v4 at one point here. 10 HP, 7 HP.
Shorty does the
goodness.
job. He's got one more to find, but the spike is ticking and he needs to get to it quickly. Oh, Shorty in hand, and it's
Damn,
going to be
Mr.
enough.
Fallon though.
From
What a
0-7,
map.
solidified
What a map
the
from him at
second
the
map
end.
for themselves.
What a comeback, and now as
What a
they
nice
move
map
to
in general.
Lotus,
This was fun to watch.
they look unstoppable.
From 8-1 down.
Oh, they can be happy about that one.